Remember when you were 9 and really dumb and your parents wouldn't let you vote or stick your hand into the hole in the sink? You know what I'm talking about? The scary hole with the little rubber lips on it when you hit the switch to turn it on? Why does the left switch turn the right light on and the right switch turn the left light on and then... You know when stuff would fall in there like a spoon? How do I get it out? I have to stick my hand in it. There's a picture on the internet in the old days that what I'm doing reminds me. What happens if you stick your hand in the garbage disposal and your sibling comes along and they go to turn the light switch on, but the electrician who did this was a high school dropout. They accidentally turned the garbage disposal on when you were digging for your spoon in there. Oh. Okay. Oh my God, it's so much worse than I thought it would be. I seen a video like this once where these kids, it's a great video to show kids. Other kids playing with a pipe bomb and one of them blows his hand off. I don't mean it's a good video, it's a fun video. It's a very good video to put ideas into your kids' heads of don't play with bombs. This is what his wrists look like. I just remember the guy running in the video and it literally looked like spaghetti. Or this is kind of more like, what's a bigger, wider noodle, like linguine? Did we get the cheap one? 'Cause I want to cut it open. I want to put like a window.
This is
one horsepower. All right, let's get this. We got our garbage disposal, we got our crock pot. What's the crock pot for? To melt the ballistics gel that we're gonna use to make our hand. We 3D printed. I can't hold it without it doing like, this is my good hand. This is 3D printed bones. I would love to wear your skin, lady. Any fresh boogies? You got any fresh boogies? Oh. We're gonna cast this into a ballistics gel mold of my hand. We need ballistics gel though. So I've asked my friend and failed Mythbuster, Alan Pand, to give me some of his. And he's outside right now. You wanna come on in, Alan? That's your cue. Just yeet it in.
Like that?
Yeah.
It's really...
Take out all of your aggressions on me right now. Give me a solid punch. Ugh.
Ow!
Yes, Chelsea, you can buy a torso.
Yeah, this is not Alan's body. They don't sell a ballistics gel dummy with enough gel. Crock boy. Look at all this stuff we don't need. Trash. This is why I have death cables. It's because of crap like this.
A death cable is sort of like an act of desperation. Something that you have needs power, but there's no cable attached to it. So what you do is you take an extension cord, you cut one end off, and that way you can plug it into the wall and then wire the wires to the wires. Only issue is now you've got this extension cord laying around, which somebody might not realize is a death cable, and they plug it in and the two ends touch and they're pulling more power than every single appliance in your house combined for just a split second. Till the breaker trips, wires melt, or something catches on fire and you die.
I am an educational channel, and if I don't teach and now you know why you don't cut the end of a cable off unless you know what you're doing like me. Ta-da! Look, now we can investigate how it actually works.
If you think garbage disposals work like blenders with blades, you're so stupid. You stupid idiot. Just kidding. I thought so too until I took one apart a couple years ago because I was trying to make industrial amounts of salsa. A garbage disposal works more like a cheese grater than a blender. A motor spins the center disc around, which forces food to the outer edge, and these little flaps grind food against this metal grating ring. Everything drains through the grate ring and exits out through this pipe on the side.
We've got it already, and fellow scientist, Mr. Bones here to help. Aw, gee, William, thanks for having me. I love science so much. In fact, on Facebook, I follow every single I Love Science page and an anti-vax page. Well, that's not very scientific of you, Mr. Bones. My mom vaccinated me as a kid, and look at me now. I'm just a skeleton. I'd say that's pretty good proof if you ask me. You're an idiot. Have you learned your lesson, Mr. Bones? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I went ahead and unfollowed the anti-vaccination page. Now I only follow I Love Science and a Flat Earth page. Alan, I need a new guest host. Do you want to fill in for Mr. Bones?
Sorry.
You got your goggles on, Alan?
I've got my face is safe.
As you guys know, safety is #1 priority around here. So safety glasses. Just let her rip and see what happens. That's way too quiet. It makes me feel okay with putting my finger
Yeah,
in
I
there.
kind of want to now.
A carrot is pretty close to a finger. It's got some rigidity. It's got some orange.
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't want to.
And it was at this very moment I realized we weren't going to see anything interesting without a high-speed camera. I donned the closest thing I had to a lab coat
My name's Chef.
and called in the big guns.
We call them the big guns. We tried using our cell phone cameras to film this thing. Basically, it's just a blur.
This is Buddy Bleckley. He owns the high-speed Phantom camera we used for the Tungsten Cube video.
Some lights that he made himself that are probably gonna catch on fire.
Ah, jeez.
It might not be the newest camera in the Phantom lineup, but it can record thousands of frames a second, full HD.
It's just like crappy Mythbusters.
Since I can't stick a real human hand in it without going to the hospital or jail, let's test a variety of food with similar properties to human flesh. You got skin, ligaments, and bone in your fingers, and it's gonna be hard to recreate them all at the same time. Hopefully we can get a good idea of what would actually happen to a real hand by trying a bunch of different properties. First, let's start with a grape. Not much similar to a finger, but I just thought it'd be funny.
Looked like it had a chance for a second there, and then it just disappeared. Doesn't really actually do much until it gets like pushed into the grate.
Once it grabs some meat, it's done.
Because right now it's just a beach ball.
Okay.
Oh, that's where
You
it
want-
starts.
yeah.
Oh no.
They mush it against the grate.
Yeah.
This thing is gonna take your fingers, roll them off. It's gonna be violent. All right, let's stick something else in there. I'm ready.
Oh! If you can somehow keep your finger perfectly in the middle.
I would rather stick my finger in a wall outlet than into a garbage disposal.
Oh, there. You
Yeah,
can see
so then
the
now it's
process
avalanche.
starts. Yeah. And then, oh!
It's not blending it, it's shredding.
Carrots feel like a quick and dirty finger analog. They're firm and tough, only lacking the skin or the strength of bone.
We're gonna put a banana in there now. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god! That sounded oh!
Oh my gosh. Is that banana?
You're going full
The
force
doom.
here. Oh, right away!
Just knocks the stem out.
It is, oh no! So you try to imagine that the banana peel is a skin.
Bananas have an incredibly tough fibrous skin which will withstand abrasion better than a carrot, but you can still see the skin isn't being cut, it's just being torn apart.
If you open a banana with a garbage disposal, you don't get little strings in it. What do you think ginger tastes like?
Probably a lot like, that.
It's so spicy. Wow, that was like 1,000 onions. Caretaker, let her rip.
This is gonna be solid. Oh no, it's just grated.
Ginger is really robust for the garbage disposal. It's tough and fibrous, which stops it from bouncing around. It seems like being squishy is a bad thing if you're in a garbage disposal because you get caught and then shredded.
Let's put the hot dogs in a glove. This is so much weirder than I thought it was gonna be, Alan.
Just massage it. You gotta
And the
massage
fact that
it
we're
in.
working together to do it makes it so much worse.
Our hands are touching right now. You just gotta really force it.
What if we do this?
It came out. You're making it worse. This is much worse. This is much worse.
The air tastes like hot dogs. That's why they rolled. They were re-rolled.
Wait,
I feel like I learned a lot today.
Will, I dropped my ring in there. Can you grab it?
Yeah,
for me?
Alan.
Oh,
Oh no! It didn't cut the glove, but it mangled the fingers inside.
Underneath the skin, the meat is absolutely crushed.
I have a feeling that's exactly what it would sound like if you stuck your hand in there. It's separated and pulverized beyond a certain point. Oh, dude, you see what I'm saying? It's like twisting the fingers off. This is awful.
Hot dogs by themselves, not a good substitution. But hot dogs in a glove are an excellent representation of skin and flesh. Perfect for a science experiment or to feel what it's like to hold hands with another human being.
This is a Saw movie trap.
Well, that's disgusting. Let's stick more stuff in there.
We left this chicken out for like a couple hours yesterday, and it smells bad. Buddy said he'd beat the crap out of me if we got stinky chicken on his high-speed camera, so we covered the garbage disposal with plexiglass and plastic wrap.
All right, don't touch my hand with it.
Yeah, alright, here goes to something gross. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Oh,
God!
it completely like...
That looks like a cartoon, like when a cartoon guy's arm gets cut off.
Okay, what cartoons are you watching, Alan?
You know, anime? So somehow it the cut looks pretty clean on this. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Surprisingly, I don't think the chicken is a good representation of a finger. The bone is way thicker and there's no joints. However, I'm pretty sure I now know how they make chicken nuggets.
Just little chunks of meat.
Oh,
Well, as a professional scientist and chef, I think that it's gonna completely mangle the hand.
I should probably show you how we made the hand. Hey, making videos is hard. I filmed all this good stuff and feel bad deleting it. No, don't you touch that. Don't you, okay, undelete it. I will shorten it down.
We got our bones, we got our alginate powder. I got a spoon with holes in it, look at that. You see the holes? Doesn't matter, let's go to the powder house. Things are about to get crazy. Kind of limp paw. Coming. I birthed it. Hey, that's not bad. Look at that.
That looks so good.
I know, right?
This is like as good as you could possibly hope. That's like perfect.
It's a good
He
kid.
hates it.
Yeah, it's a good kid.
He doesn't like it.
Is there just like raw chicken? I'm just afraid that there's raw chicken everywhere.
How flexible it is. Like they could just be bouncing off the blades. Ding, ding, ding. Until one of them gets unlucky, and then it's gonna like catch the fingertip and just like rip it off.
I think there's gonna be a lot of ripping.
Oh.
I see him bouncing out.
Dude, it totally survived. I told you, it's just knocking them around.
Did anything happen to your stupid hand? Starting. Oh. So there's that sort of twisting action that we saw with the hot dog glove. Oh no!
Oh wow.
He's just trying really hard to tell lies.
They're really bouncing around, Alan. Like I knew they would wiggle, but not like wrapping around all the other fingers.
Oh, and
wiggling.
they're twisting so much.
We're gonna do a full send on that.
Gotta
Well, one more time, full send. I feel like we've got kind of a history of not doing a full send. Ah! It's still okay. There's some fingertip bones that have been ripped out.
That would not be a good thing to see on a real hand.
Okay, I think we're starting to learn that ballistics gel is actually, you know, equivalent to human flesh is totally BS. I just rammed it in.
I think we've pushed the ballistics gel use case a little too far. The stuff is meant to absorb energy like flesh would with a bullet traveling through, not mimicking every structural property of human meat. But look at the disc knocking chunks of bone out. Bones are really strong, which is actually causing all the problems. If you stuck just rubber in the garbage disposal, it would bounce around. The bones are fighting back, which is causing them to break.
There's like a
more
whole
chunks of bone.
metacarpal came out there.
Oh god, you just ejected. Like elasticity of this skin doesn't really represent what ballistics gel is meant for.
Yeah, you're
like,
supposed to shoot it.
Yeah, ballistics gel is supposed to absorb energy from a projectile, not represent how tough skin is. This is the part of the video where it's like you have to come up with a conclusion, but like...
So we can pretty much assume that human fingers have a really good combination of squishiness and stiffness to get absolutely wrecked in a running garbage disposal.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like the video should just end. Thank you to SimpliSafe for sponsoring this video. I'm the kind of guy who waits for the garage door to close completely. I lock my car 13 times as I walk away from it. Caretaker, she can't sleep at night if there's noise. SimpliSafe is a security system with 24/7 monitoring for only 50 cents a day. They'll contact the police if they see suspicious activity. I tried going the traditional route of a guard animal. What a mistake. There's all sorts of security features you can choose from door alarms, Windows alarm, moisture, freeze. There's a whole variety. And the best part is you can set it up yourself in under an hour. You can do this. I believe in you. How does it work? You set up the base station and then you set up all the sensors within a 400-foot range. If you live in a house that's bigger than 400 feet, you probably can afford private armed security guards. Thank you to SimpliSafe for sponsoring the video. You can check them out at simplisafe.com/William Osman.